There we go. Alright. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Glitter Bunny channel, my channel. Today I'm not feeling the best, but that's why I'm in bed all cozied up. Not feeling the best, but I just wanted to make a YouTube video because I got kind of inspired. Not to make a YouTube video, but just to share my feelings. And update about I've showed you on a couple past videos how I had a big bruise, big bruise on my hand from where we tried to get the MRI last, I think it was 2 weeks now, 2 weeks ago, to try to figure out or confirm if I have rheumatoid arthritis. And well, I went back today and got the MRI, and the IV went in good. That's the IV bruise from when I had my colonoscopy, but probably will have a bruise here coming up. But thank God she got it in the first time, so I'm so excited. I told her, I was like, last time you didn't listen to me and it was hurting, and I was like, I'm not trying to be a rude person, but if I asked you to take it out, whoops, sorry. If I ask you to take this out, please do not dig in my arm. And she's like, well, I don't dig. I don't know. I didn't hate the doctor's experience, but I mean, it wasn't as traumatizing as last time, that's for sure. But it just seems like maybe her boss was around and she just was excusing everything I said. Anyways, it was fine. I'm not gonna complain. I didn't want this to be a negative video. So, oh, look at my hair. It's messy. So anyways, yeah, I had the MRI and it went well. I fell asleep on the table, even with all the loud noise. And we should know, I guess, in a couple of days, hopefully. It took about 30 to 45 minutes in total. I think the actual MRI was 20, maybe 30 minutes. The guy said that I had to be in there longer because of my rheumatologist. He wanted pictures of everything, like fingertips down to the wrist, which is good. My hand wasn't in a flare today, or wasn't swollen, so I'm concerned that that's not gonna show, it's not gonna show up what it would if I was in a flare. But everything will be fine. So yeah, I'm glad I was able to get my MRI. So anyways, there's that update for you guys. And then what I really wanted to make the video about was that I was watching the Ballinger family, and who else? 8 Passengers. There's some YouTube families that I watch, and it always, especially the Ballingers, because they have the newborn Luke, it always makes me think about if I were to have my baby. So just a little background on me is Michael and I, which is my husband, we have been married for going on 5 years. And we've been trying to have a baby for the last a little over 2 years. In 2017, when we started trying, oh, excuse me, I was very cautious about going to the gynecologist and the doctors when I thought I was pregnant, or if I thought anything happened, because I'm overweight, obviously, and people judge a lot. So I didn't want anyone to discourage me or say anything about my weight when I thought I was pregnant or when I thought I was going through a miscarriage. I just wouldn't go to the doctor. And if we rewind it a little bit further, so I had the Nexplanon birth control bar. It was this little flexible, probably about this long, little flexible bar in my arm, and I didn't have to do anything. It was in there for 3 years. Didn't have cycles during that time. That it was in my arm, and then we got it out in 2017 in August, and so when I got it taken out, because we were starting to try to conceive, the doctor said, that you need to go see a high-risk doctor since you're trying to conceive. So we went and saw a specialist, a high-risk doctor, and, so sorry, and she, we were going in there expecting her to be like, you can't have a baby, we're not going to support you, don't try, lose weight, blah, blah, blah. She didn't. She just said, here's all your risk. If you're good with that, go ahead. Start tonight. And we were like, what? We were both really excited, thinking everything was gonna, because so many people talk to you about, oh, you got to be careful. You could get pregnant any moment. And you think it's just going to happen so fast. And it's something that you just do and boom, it's there. And it's not. It's not like that at all. Doesn't matter how many days you try. There's only a certain amount of time during the month that you can get pregnant. And that's if everything's working how it's supposed to, and if you hit it right at this specific time frame. And I think so many women beat themselves up about not getting pregnant right away within a month or 2 months or 3 months. But every time I hear that, I'm empathetic and thinking, I know how you feel about not having a baby. But then on another sense, I'm like, shut up. Because there's women out here who's been trying for many years, and you're sitting here crying because you're not having one after 2 to 3 months. So just to say all that, I'm not judging you, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word. I'm not hating on you. I'll say that. I'm not hating on people who have those feelings, and your feelings are valid, because I felt that too after a couple months. But also you just need to remember that, there's many other people out there who can't get pregnant and who haven't. For years. So sometimes it just takes a little bit longer. Especially if you're coming off birth control, it's going to take some time for your body to regulate. I feel like I should do this video more official, like sitting up, makeup, whatever. But again, my channel is just me being a raw, unedited, unscripted, just me talking. I like it better this way, so then I don't feel pressure to look or be a certain way, and I can just record it anytime I feel like I want to talk to the camera. And also, to me, it's more genuine, so it's what you get here on this channel. Don't like it, you don't have to watch. And also, my whole thing is, in my videos, I watch people who sit there and do their makeup, and they're unscripted, no editing, just talking. And sometimes those are the videos I like more than the whole introduction and different editing, and because I feel like I have a friend in them somewhat, and I'm just sitting there talking with them, and that's kind of what I want my viewers to feel like. In this instant, you're laying in bed with me. Well, you're standing above my bed. So anyways, we got the birth control out August 2017. And then in December, I had missed a cycle. Or November, I had missed a cycle. In December, around Christmas Eve, a couple weeks before, I started bleeding extremely bad. for about 2 to 3 weeks. And then on December 24th, Christmas Eve, my husband and I were getting ready to go to our family, holiday party, and I was taking a shower, and I had stopped bleeding at this point, but clumps of tissue came out, and I freaked out and called my mom and showed her, and that was my first miscarriage. It was never confirmed because I was too scared to go to doctors, but I know what happened with my body. That first miscarriage wasn't hard on me because it doesn't feel real. It still doesn't feel real. But I know my body, and I know what I saw, and I know what I went through. It was hard for the first reaction of it, like seeing it and everything. But it didn't tear me apart emotionally, is what I'm trying to say. Alright, so fast forward to, let's see, last year. When was it? I don't know. Or maybe it was this year. I think it was January 2019. My husband and I decided to try using Diva cups, or they're called soft cups, technically, the ones we use. And they're little oval things like this that are bendy, that you bend like this, like a taco. And so there's 2 different ways you can do it. He can ejaculate in the cup and then inject it, or you can have sex as normal and then scoop up the cup and it leaves the sperm right there at your cervix. So we did that for, I don't know, several months. And we got pregnant. Trying to remember when I got pregnant. I believe it was March. Yes, I believe. I had missed 2 months of cycles and was getting positive pregnancy tests, home tests. Never went to the doctor because, again, I'm scared about being fat shamed because I've had very bad experiences with being fat shamed. So we get these very light but still positive pregnancy tests, and excuse me. And then my time frame is horrible. A month or 2 into getting light positives, I bleed. I bled for 5 weeks. Very painful. And a lot of blood. And I didn't really even tell my husband about it or any of my family because I thought it was part of pregnancy for some reason. I was so uneducated. And I always think that was my one chance to conceive. And I didn't take it seriously or go to the doctor. I always think, what if I could have prevented losing it? That one was the worst one for me. We called it Baby B because Baby A was in 2017. And then in 2019, Baby B we lost Baby B. And even to this day, that one's hard for me. And for months, 2 to 3 months, I went through a really extreme depression where I just wasn't eating, and didn't have a desire to, and if I tried to eat, I just couldn't because I just didn't want to. And I suffered alone for a while. And it was hard. And even now that I'm past that depression right now, It still comes and goes sometimes, but I had to unfollow on all social medias every single mom, expecting mother, everything that showed any type of babies on all social medias. And it wasn't because I was jealous of people, because I'm not a jealous person. It was that when I saw other people's kids, it made me feel worse about myself. And it made me hate on myself and say, you're not good enough, Hannah, because you can't have a baby, because your body isn't enough. And it felt like I had an emotional hole just in my stomach.